Marshall, Will, and Holly on a routine expedition met the greatest earthquake ever known. High upon the rapids, upon that tiny raft, plunged down 1,000 feet below to the land of the lost, to the land of the lost, to the land of the...
Twisted Metal. Unfortunately, I still have some problems, so I'm gonna just do it from here. And we're gonna look over the gameplay, and I'll just talk about the gameplay. But let's start off with the facts of Twisted Metal. So, Dave Jaffe invented a car combat game back when the PlayStation 1 first started out. Now, I can't really recall all of the company's names, but I remember the first one was Single Track, which invented Twisted Metal 1 and 2, and then 989 Studios took over 3 and 4, which we'll also go into a review for. I don't have 3, but I do have 4, so we'll go to 4. If in a later date I'll review 3, but 3 is just one of those ones that I guess has the reputation of being bad out of 3 and 4. 4, it's not bad to me, but I'll tell you why it's bad. However, Dave Jaffe did come back for Twisted Metal Black, which brought back Twisted Metal, and then we had Twisted Metal Head On, which I don't really know if Dave Jaffe did or not. However, that was another step. And then they released it again on PS2 because it was a PSP game, and then they revealed that it was supposed to be on PS3, and I will be reviewing the new one soon, after I get through at least these. I'm trying to get through these as fast as I can, because I know we plan to have a Twisted Metal month. However, I'm still having problems trying to get the verses going, because we're going to have back-to-back verses then. But we won't be doing verses for Twisted Metal, because it is just so long. Like, if I got everybody together and we played it, we'd have to go through every single game. And it would just be ridiculous. If you guys really do want us to play a versus of it, post a comment, and I will be glad to get a couple of my friends together and we'll do a versus. And the verses are basically just me and one of my friends, or me and other friends, depending on if it does 4-player. We'll all play, and usually before the video, you guys we'll introduce each person. You guys get to place your bets and see who wins. But I know someone in the comments is going to be like, oh, they won. It's just going to ruin your fun. But it's fun to see who can make it the longest. Like, if it would be like, oh, I want to see me to go, then of course you see me go first. So we'll dive into the game. So I'm not going to read the title screen for the thing, but I laugh at the fact how it says Christmas Eve of 2005. And it basically just gives you the story of Twisted Metal, and I don't want to say lame-ass terms, but like what Twisted Metal is about. And the first game, I believe it's all in Los Angeles. The whole thing's on Los Angeles. And the second game, they go worldwide, and then third and fourth copy, 2, Black changes it all up. Head On is just a rehash of 2, and then 3 is completely different. But we have a picture of Calypso, the Calypso in this one. I prefer Calypso in 2. And Calypso controls the tournament, and Calypso's goal is to just collect as many souls as he can. And you, as the driver, whoever you pick, has the obligation to kill everyone, and he'll collect souls, and then last man standing gets a wish. It goes good and goes bad. Nowadays, I think it actually kind of goes good, because they got to get away from the sarcastic bad motif, because I guess the 3 and 4, they just continually gone with it. Especially 3. 3 is horrible with it. But we have, of course, our mascot is Sweet Tooth. He's been on the cover of all games. Yellow Jacket I only remember from this game. No other. Dark Side, which is now Dollface's driving car, which is ridiculous. I never heard of him until this one. Outlaw, classic character. I love playing him in 2. Thumper, really not a fan of him. Really not a fan of him. Crimson Fury. I actually know him from Head On, and then I found out he was in this one. I'm like, oh, where'd he go? Pit Viper, early model of Grasshopper, and then Grasshopper stayed. Warhog. That was... I get the good car. Grim Reaper. Love him. Just love... Even if his armor's bad, love him. Spectre. Love him. His special really does help me sometimes, but sometimes I heard his special gets weaker in different games. Head On... sorry, Hammerhead. Really is a head-on attack. Roadkill is my favorite character to play first out of everyone, because his storyline's outrageous to me, especially with like what they do to him in Head On and other Twisted Metals, like Twisted Metal 2. So I'm gonna pick Roadkill, of course, because he's my favorite character. I love to test him out. So let's dive into the game. Okay, so how the game goes off is it will start off with one person, then it'll start up in the ante, and you go through each map. Which, I guess that's a great way to start, but it really changes up in the second one, and the third one, and the fourth one. The controls are unbelievably hard. Now, I even, like, at the beginning of the match, I don't even remember the controls. I played 2 more, but they're nowhere near what 2 was. So I'm going up against Outlaw, and you can clearly see I'm going to get my butt kicked. Because I'm just taking damage. If you're a diehard Twisted Metal fan, I say pick it up just to say you have it. However, I dare you to try to play this with a friend and try to see if you can get through this. I know people have beaten the campaign, and I know there are lost episodes, or not lost, but lost endings, where you could see what the driver was supposed to do, because it had all these pictures of real life people. They actually shot real life action, which was really good. However, it didn't make it into the game because people thought it was really cheesy. They are cheesy, but they're really good because, like, they're nostalgic. And the only way you can see them now is, of course, YouTube. But if you bought Twisted Metal Head On Extra Twisted Edition for PS2, it came also with the disc. I don't really know what else I can say about this, really, except for, like, the fact that this is a Twisted Metal game. What more can you expect? It's a car combat game. But it was, like, the first of its kind, I thought. Because I didn't hear about no, I forget. It starts with a V and it has an 8 in it. That version of car combat. And see, I don't even know that one that well. But I played the second one, like, for about 30 minutes. Because I only rented it for, like, 30 minutes. Because I was over at my father's house at the time, and we only had it for. Well, I had been over his house for like 30 minutes, so I had to take it back on my way home. So I like to have a shout out to my friend Jason. He donated majority of the games on this show, and this was one of them. And it really made me happy that he donated me this one because I am a huge Twisted Metal fan, and I pre-ordered Twisted Metal PS3, and I have to say this. I really wanted a collector's edition. I don't care how much, like, I don't care if they were in money problems or they just thought it was too corny. I still would have bought one with like an RC Sweet Tooth or a statue of Sweet Tooth or something. But it was nice of them to at least give us black for free. If you buy it early, ladies and gentlemen, if you buy it early, you will get not only Twisted Metal PS3, but you get a voucher for black. So, I never got to play black because of the ESRB actually doing their job and blocking out kids from getting the games. So, I'm like, you know what, I'll wait until I'm older to get it. But then again, we have the next gen wars going on where you have to have the PS3 and all that. So, I have the PS3 that only does PS1 and PS3 games, so I kind of can't get PS2 games. If you do want to add me on PS3, my name is the channel name, only set take off the 84, so it's Kupak65. However, if you're going to add me, at least tell me, like, oh, I'm a viewer of your show, and I would like to play a game with you. And then tell me, like, what games you want to play, because I really don't have that many. And if you are interested in on that, post a comment. I'll do a collection of my PS3 games. I'm more of a retro gamer, hence why the show is Retro PSX. I always get that title. However, I really do prefer the retro games, because I'm starting to think these games are horrible that are coming out. And I just love the nostalgic feeling of this. There wasn't much to do. I just love how it is. And I admit, I suck at Twisted Metal. This one, number one, the one you're watching now, I suck at it, as you could tell. But, my God, I will continuously play it over and over, and I will get better and better at it. That's it for the video. Post a comment, subscribe. I am going to keep going through this, and the next one up is Twisted Metal 2. Signing off.